Brexit Withdrawal Agreement. The Brexit Withdrawal Agreement contains the terms that control the withdrawal of the UK from the EU. This agreement constitutes the deal that is struck regarding the leaving arrangements. We will touch on the ramifications of the UK leaving with, or without, such a deal shortly, but next. Third country. In the case of a no-deal Brexit, the general customs provisions applicable to third countries will apply to trade between the United Kingdom and the EU. We discuss customs provisions later, when we look at the new no-deal temporary tariff, but for now. Third country, what is that? Third country is a label that identifies a country as not being a member state of the EU. For example, if you are from outside of the EU, you might be referred to as a third country national. What happens if the UK and EU come to an agreement prior to Brexit? If the UK government and EU approve a Brexit agreement, the UK would get a transitional period, which might last for some days, weeks or months. The actual length of the transitional period would be defined in the withdrawal agreement, and during this transitional period, the UK would benefit from previous member state arrangements, whilst tying up loose ends for any new trade agreement with the EU, under better relations. The UK government might also use this period to finalise any talks regarding new trade alliances and agreements, but with other countries around the world as well. Bear in mind that all new trade agreements, involving the EU and other countries could only start after the end of the transitional period, and payments to the EU would continue on pre-Brexit terms or under conditions specified in the withdrawal agreement. And what if the EU and UK do not come to an agreement? The UK would leave the EU on a no-deal basis and immediately cease to contribute to the EU budget, which amounts to billions in sterling each year. Any new and completed trade agreements, ready to go, with other non-EU countries, could be signed and activated immediately. However, there would be no transition period, and the UK would be treated as a third country immediately after the Brexit deadline, with the effect that the UK could immediately face higher tariff duties for imports and exports. Whether we have a deal or not, the UK would be free to expand new markets overseas, after leaving the EU. So why does having a deal, regarding the withdrawal agreement matter? Well, the EU has always been the biggest market, for the UK, when it comes to international trade. As such, many people agree that trading on favourable terms with the EU, and following their rules and standards, with regard to goods manufacturing, is vital for the UK economy. On the other hand, many others feel that the UK could save billions, currently paid to the EU if we left without a deal, and that the UK should be free to follow its own standards for manufacturing and the production of goods. We touch on aspects related to EU member status, trade agreements, and standards, in later videos. But for now, let's investigate tariffs. We'll jet off to HMRC and find out more about the UK trade tariff.